Serve is one of the most important parts of tennis, and the more you can improve that shot, the more extra points you will gain. Therefore, it is important to use a serving technique that will help you win matches. One of the key weapons you can develop is the slice serve, which is extremely effective at taking your opponent off the court and giving you control of the game. The slice can be used throughout your tennis rallies to make life more difficult for your opponent. Want to know more about the slice technique? In today's video, we share with you the art of slice and how to use this shot to your advantage in a game of tennis. What is a slice? If you're an avid tennis player, you've probably heard the term slice shot thrown around by commentators or players themselves on the court. But what is a slice shot, and why is it a useful technique to adopt in your tennis game? In simple words, a slice shot is one which impacts the ball in a particular way. The racket moves from high to low, creating a backspin on the ball. As a result, the ball moves with a lower trajectory and a slower speed, and can bounce towards you after it crosses the net, making it harder for your opponent to respond. The slice shot is often used as a defensive strike, but it can also be used offensively to deliver an unreturnable shot at an angle and to open up the court. One of the great things about the slice serve is that the angle and spin on the ball take your opponent out of the court, wide into the tram lines, leaving a huge open space to play your next shot into. For right-handers, this is true when serving to the deuce court, and for left-handers, to the ad court. Lefties have quite a big advantage here because when they hit their slice serve out wide to the ad, it's going to a right-hander's backhand, which is generally their weaker return. This is why Rafael Nadal's left-handed serve is so effective. He uses it all the time despite being right-handed. The benefits are doubled for left-handed servers such as Nadal because they're taking their opponents, most players are right-handed, out of court, and they're doing it on their opponent's weaker side. That's not to say the slice serve isn't effective for right-handers too, but it's one of the many reasons why lefties tend to focus on the slice serve even more than right-handers do. During a slice serve, the ball still has to do the motion of going forwards, up, and over the net before dropping down into the court, so the slice has to be just a part of this journey. For this reason, you need to brush around the outside of the ball while making sure you pronate. That final snap of the wrist is what unleashes all your power into the ball, and it's a vital step no matter what type of serve you're trying to hit. But how do we hit a slice? To hit a slice shot, start by positioning yourself behind the ball with your feet shoulder-width apart. Hold your racket with a continental grip and bring the racket back with your non-dominant hand. When swinging forward, graze the back of the ball with an open bat face and move from high to low. Hold your wrist firmly and your arm relaxed to create a fluid movement. One of the keys to a successful slice shot is to go across the body and to end up with your racket pointing at the opposite shoulder. This helps to give the ball the necessary spin and keep it low above the net. It may take some practice to perfect your slice shot and incorporate it into your tennis game, but it can be a valuable tool to have in your arsenal. Experiment with different grips and swing paths to see what works best for you, and don't be afraid to use the slice shot as part of your overall game strategy. As you gain confidence replying, the shot will become more and more natural over time. The slice serve isn't just good to drag people out wide, it's also really useful to jam people up and make it difficult for them to take big cuts at the ball. For right-handers, you can do this into your opponent's backhand by hitting slice down the tee and bringing it into your opponent's body. Taking away your opponent's space is an ideal way of keeping them on the back foot and allowing you to get the upper hand in the point. Advantages of using slice. If you want to improve your tennis game, incorporating the slice shot into your play style offers you numerous benefits. One of the biggest advantages of the slice shot in tennis is the control and accuracy it provides. The slice shot allows you to have better control of the ball, which means you can place it exactly where you want it on the court. In addition, the slice shot is an excellent way to hit a drop shot, which can be a powerful tool to keep your opponent in the dark and off balance. One of the other occasions where the slice comes in handy is for rapprochement. Specifically speaking, this means buying yourself more time. When you get into the net, your opponent will try to overtake you or get the ball deep to your feet to make your volley more difficult. However, if you play a slice shot, it means your opponent will have to hit the ball in a very short period of time and has fewer options for placement of the ball in your side of the court. You will often benefit from their frantic response by finding yourself with a high volley. This will make it easier for you to hit the ball or smash an overhead winner onto the open court. Another advantage of using the slice shot in tennis is the low rebound and spin it generates. When you hit a slice shot, the ball tends to stay low and slide across the court, making it harder for your opponent to hit a clean return. In addition, the slice shot produces less spin than other types of shots, which can give you an edge when playing on a fast course or in windy conditions. In addition, the slice shot can also be a powerful tool for defense strategy in tennis. If you find yourself being pressured by your opponent, a slice shot can give you some breathing room by slowing down the overall pace of the game. In addition, the slice shot can be an effective way to neutralize your opponent's punching power, especially if he or she likes to hit with a lot of topspin. Another feature of the slice serve is that you can use it to jam your opponent. It will give him or her very little room to work. You can use the movement of the slice serve to spin the ball into your opponent, making it much harder for him to relax on his return. Where to use slice for your advantage? Adopting slice shots can add more finesse to your tennis toolkit, and it may be just what you need to enhance and build confidence across other aspects of your gameplay. With this technique, the ball is hit with an underspin, which causes it to bounce deep and to spin away from your opponent. But when is it most effective to hit the slice shot? It is very important to learn how and when to deploy this potent weapon. So, let's talk about 3 cases in which a slice shot can give you an edge on the court. Case 1. Against strong opponents. It is a daunting competition if you are facing a formidable opponent, but opting for the slice shot can help you level the playing field. By hitting the ball with an underspin, you can force your opponent to hit the ball close to the net after running a considerable distance, making it harder for him to generate power and control. This can give you the ability to take control of the point and dictate the pace of the game. Case 2. On low bouncing surfaces. Playing on a surface with low bounce, such as sand or grass, can be challenging for even the most experienced players. But if you go with the slice shot, it can make a significant difference. By hitting the ball with an undercut, you can keep the ball low and make it difficult for your opponent to respond with a cross-court winner or a winner straight down the line. This can give you a distinct advantage, especially if you're playing on an interface that favors your opponent's playstyle. Case 3. When approaching the net. Getting close to the net can be risky, but an expertly deployed slice shot can often mitigate that risk. By hitting the ball with an underspin, you can keep the ball low and make it difficult for your opponent to hit an effective pass. This can give you more confidence to get close to the net and put pressure on your opponent to make a difficult shot. Incorporating the slice shot into your game can take time and practice, but the benefits are worth it. By learning to use this technique in the right situations, you can take over the match from your opponent. When not to use slice? No doubt slice shots can be a powerful weapon in your arsenal while playing tennis. However, there are times during which playing slice shots might not be a good strategy. Now, let's talk about the situations in which you should avoid slice shots at all costs, and let's examine the reasons why. Against flexible opponents. If you're playing against a weaker opponent, using slice shots may not be the best strategy. Slice shots are often used to keep the ball low and force your opponent to hit the ball. However, if your opponent prefers a server and volley strategy, this type of shot may be precisely what they expect you to play. Such an opponent is flexible, has well-developed anticipation, and is able to hit powerful shots, which means that he or she may have no problem hitting the ball back. In this case, the use of slice punches may not be effective because they do not put additional pressure on your opponent. On high bouncing surfaces. Another situation in which the use of slice shots may not be effective is on a highly bouncing surface. High bouncing surfaces, such as clay courts, can make it difficult to keep the ball low to the ground during slice shots. The ball may bounce higher than expected, allowing your opponent to make a powerful shot. In this case, it may be better to use topspin strokes to keep the ball on a higher trajectory. When playing defensive tennis. Finally, in defensive tennis, the use of slice shots may not be the best strategy. Slice shots are often used to control the spin of the ball and keep it low to the ground. However, if you're playing defensively, you may need to hit higher shots to stay in the rally. In this case, topspin shots can be more effective because they have a higher trajectory and can keep your opponent on the defensive. Overall, incorporating the slice shot into your tennis game can provide you with many benefits that can help you to improve your control, accuracy, and defensive strategy on the court. Once you've learned the art of slice, you'll be able to hone your skills in the game like never before. So why don't you start practicing your slice shot today and see how it can help you take your game to the next level? That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our amazing YouTube channel, Forehand Frenzy, if you're new here, and hit the bell icon for more videos. Here is another one for you to enjoy. See you in the next video.